Hi, I've came here to discuss about the two terms because many of you may have confused about the two terms retrospective and prospective cohorts. Of course, who are very new in the field of public health, biomedical informatics and other life science department. Most of the students keep asking me, hey, what is the difference between retrospective and prospective cohort? Today I will make you clear about these two terms. After watching this video, you will be able to understand clearly what is the basic difference between retrospective and prospective cohort studies. In this prospective cohort, you have to search the patient present characteristics and follow these patients over the period of the times and check their outcome. And retrospective cohort study, you already know the patient's outcomes and you have to know those particular patient past characteristics, why this outcome has been developed. Now it is very much clear that the prospective cohort, you have to find out the future outcome, and in the retrospective cohort study you already know the outcome and you have to just check their past characteristics and find out the reasons why this outcome has been developed. So here is the example of prospective cohort studies. In these studies, suppose in the starting point, you want to know, your hypothesis is smoking can cause cardiovascular risk or obesity can cause cancer. So upon your hypothesis, you should conduct a study, or you want to conduct a study from 2000 to 2010. So in that 2010 is your baseline, mean starting point of this study. So now you will have selected the patients according to your baseline characteristics. Suppose in the 2000 you have selected 117,000 patients and all the patients have met your inclusion criteria. Then what you have to do, you have to just divide this whole patient into two groups. One is smoking and one is non-smoking, and one is obese, one is lean groups, and then you have to follow these patients into over the period of the times. So it could be 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 years and more than that. It's all the things will depend on you. And in 2010, suppose in 2010 you have found that 200 patients in the smoking group have developed the cardiovascular disease and 100 patients in the non-smoking group developed cardiovascular risks. And also in the obese group, 200 patients has the cancer and 100 patients in the lean group has cancer. So from this data you can easily calculate the incidence rate. So now in the retrospective cohort, suppose you have a chemical industries and 500,000 people has been working your company from 2000. So in the 2016 you found that 500 workers has been died, and you want to know what's the reasons behind for their death. So your hypothesis is, do chemical used in the tire manufacturing increase the risk of death or not? So you already know the outcomes. I mean the total death of the peoples. Then you have to divide whole worker into two groups. One is case, one other is control. Suppose you have found that 20,000 workers were died, so it is considered as the case group and other are considered as the control group. Then you have to search how many dead patients were exposed in the chemical and how many dead patients were unexposed in the chemical. So then you have to calculate the incidence rate. So I hope you now understand clearly about two study design. If you like this video, please make a comments and subscribe our channels. In the next video, I will give you the real examples of these two types of cohort studies. So please like our video and share our video as much as you can.